Yeah.
Yep. Alright, Tedster sent me a replay in the Republique, so I'm gonna put that one up now.
Yeah, that's a ranked game with Blah on my team.
Hmm.
Well, that was certainly a good reprieve from playing ranked, is watching ranked battles for a minute. Replay it.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, I almost want to dust off my Conqueror now, jeez.
Conquer is fun, but I find Yamato to be a little bit better for actually winning.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I tried Conquer, but yeah, Yamato and Republic. Because the Republic's mobility, it lets you get the off angles, and you're still a battleship. So you're still fairly tanky, as much as people like to meme on the amount of HE damage it takes.
It's better to say it's a battle cruiser.
Pretty much, yeah. It can, yeah. It's while it can't exactly tank as well as like a Yamato can, it's got the mobility. The speed is you can go get some off angles with it, and you still got big guns with a lot of pen.
Yep, Republic's advantage is her positional advantage. Yamato just straight up overmatches everything.
Yeah, Yamato's the brute. It goes somewhere and it stays there and it wins that area. Republic is, if you know how to play positionally, it's a good ship.
And then Conquer just burns everything down.
Right.
Now, do you like those bigger guns?
And I personally enjoy the Republic's damage output. I mean, the 20-second reload, it's great, and 1450 per overpen on destroyers is also powerful.
I wasn't too threatened by any of the Republics when I was playing YY, but I didn't find too many good Republics anyways, so I guess that point's moot.
So,
Yeah, there's plenty of them that get too close and get deleted.
I was just gonna ask, so what are the things that Republics do wrong? What are the things that they do right?
I think they try and tank like they're a battleship and not a battle cruiser. Which I see a ton that run full secondary build, which while it's pretty memey and sets fires, it's horrible for your tanking ability, because I think you have to give up fire prevention or concealment. With that big superstructure, you take a lot of HE, so you don't want... So I find fire prevention to be really useful.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why I stopped playing it in rank, because I didn't have fire prevention on it.
Fire prevention definitely saved my Conqueror in that match.
Yeah.
Yep, that is the number one mistake I see from Republics. They overestimate the armor, and then they go in, they realize they can't tank, and they just blow up.
I mean, the armor is strong if you use it right, but yeah, you can't just straight up bow tank with it.
It's 32 millimeters armor, so you can protect yourself against most battleships.
Yeah,
But
battleships
unfortunately,
and that belt's still 400 meters, so you can bait people to shooting it.
But with the amount of Yamatos and Conquerors running around, I don't think that's a strong point anymore.
I mean, the belt will bounce Yamato AP if you bait him into shooting it.
A lot of good
Like-
players I'm noticing here. Whites of Eyes.
No, he's not good.
No? I've had good games with him.
He
Steam
does damage
Fellowship.
farms, and he's also ridiculously toxic. Like, there's Salt from a previous game already in the chat here. We
Oh.
just
That's
noticed.
perfect.
We all do that occasionally, though, or a good majority of us.
I would think that taking the Republic to sea would be a bit better, since you can get fire angles on some of the cruisers that park north of A.
Yeah, I tried going C in the past, but I feel like I just get stalled there because pushing it usually winds up not really being an option because it just turns into a stalemate there with whatever other battleship is opposing you.
That enemy
Yeah.
Yang is super toxic. Jedi Robot.
Oh, you'll love this game then.
He always blames anything but himself for dying.
Well, of course, it's never his fault.
Well, and that brings up a good point, right? Like, when you die, you need to think about what you did wrong, I know when I die, I'm often in my mind visualizing the whole battle, how it worked, and where I screwed up. And you can blame your team all you want, but at the end of the day, you died. So.
Well, like the match I'm in right now, I just said, "Warning, team, I am a super fuck noob. Sorry if I died quickly." Try to give a little comedy in there.
Did you do that in all chat?
Yeah,
Or you just start the
I do that in all chat.
Yeah, it's a good way to relieve the nerves a bit,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Darth
this
Vader's
open
just
water
told me
Minotaur?
fake news.
Yeah, Blad ranked out 100% radar Minotaur.
Not radar Minotaur, I mean open water Minotaur.
I mean, Blad does Blad things.
How long did it take her to rank out?
73 games it was?
That's good.
That's insane.
The lowest, I think that's about the lowest I've heard. I've had a few of ZRs who ranked out in like 78 or a little bit lower.
I can't see how anybody does so good to carry that many battles that quickly.
I mean, it's not even carrying, but it's getting into positions to leverage teammates, and also getting teammates to leverage stuff.
Right.
Riding the border.
And also, they're also saving their star most times or not.
So YY is charging the Z52.
Yeah.
Gearing dies first.
I'm sure he'll blame someone else.
I'm surprised they're not using a south autocap spot. I considered it a little bit weaker than the north autocap spot, but it's not bad.
I mean, both these destroyers are pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the first two deaths in this game.
Where are you?
So I think one other thing too, one of the key skills in ranked is to basically ignore the salt, right? Like, don't engage with the team when they're doing that, because when people die, a lot of times they like to drag the team down with them.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, it's gotten to the point now where I'm just typing mute all as soon as I get into a game. And I can't imagine what next week's gonna bring.
That's why it's so tricky.
Yeah, I
Also, what
understood
is
the
this
first
Yu
turret
doing?
there. And the best dispersion you've ever seen on a Republic.
Did you see him mention wrong neighborhood when you missed him the first time? See that's the one thing I.
See the BBAP salt in chat.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, I mean, yeah.
I mean, don't worry, it's just gonna overpen 300 feet plus every single vital module on the ship.
Yeah. Can't
Totally
blame him for being
overpay.
salty, but still, he was in the wrong position there. Honestly, I don't know why he wasn't actively dodging. What was he expecting you to do? Just like disappear while sitting still? Treat you like a Tyrannosaurus Rex? It doesn't work that way.
He's too close.
Right,
Like,
I
he was
fucking
so badly
crowded.
positioned.
Oh, he is turning around.
Alright, enemy pushed into C, which is probably not a good thing.
Yeah, you guys are getting surrounded.
Yeah, at this point, Blas pushing into A, so we're gonna get pressure on there.
Right, you gotta get that
Kinda has
Z52
to.
out. And you lost.
Yeah, sorry for that side there.
Just rank
Good.
things.
Yeah. It's just like right now that Hindenburg needs to be responding to that steep push right now by turning his ship that way. He's going away and there's no reason
They
for
killed the
it.
Honorary that was on there already, so this Republic is turning tail, and I think the Conqueror and the Yamato are shooting down there.
Right. I'm just looking at their ship position. It didn't look like they're actually firing towards there, but we can't see over there at the moment, so...
Yeah.
Now the Hindenburg's turning in. Alright. It's just like you can't allow them to bully you into a corner. You just can't. You're gonna have to go battleship mode in that Hindenburg and try to hold them off as long as you can.
Their destroyers aren't doing a good job of dodging.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Alright, so Blah's got a cap, which is very important. They should be able to at least drive off Republique on sea. And you can definitely take out Kurfürst. Oh, and Republique died.
And why people have not understand what you do on North yet still. That's...
Because it's a terrible map?
It's a tricky map to play because it's very static, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black actually opens up here to distract from me while I'm pushing in.
She wants
So that
to
was
get
actually very
potential
helpful.
damage.
Yeah, in case you haven't guessed, I'm still playing rank while you guys are doing this.
Yeah, me too. I'm about to ram a Montana and my counter.
Yeah,
For the salt mines.
well, it's just like I'm finally rank 3. And I'm doing things I shouldn't be doing in Hindenburg, especially on North, to try to get their Des Moines out of position. Because, like, yeah, focus on that replay first. If we get a replay on North, I'll explain why I'm getting annoyed at this. Against the strategy. Oh, never mind. I just get flapped. Feels bad. But it's just like on Warrior's Path. There's a set plan in action every single time. It's like, depending on what you get for comms, like you send a battleship, a CA, and a DD that will steamline from B right into C, while the rest of the fleet goes A and locks it. There's no need to cap A on this map. There's none. If you can, great. But there's no reason to risk any of your DDs or anything at all. You just spot, while the two sub-fleets just engage each other, and then whoever wins the map. Same thing applies to North. Same thing applies to Hotspot, actually, now that I think about it.
Hotspot C cap is a bit harder to contest. North is really getting the battleships in a position to shoot the common cruiser spots.
Yep.
Well, on the North map, especially as a Des Moines player, you just get into cover where you can keep radar on the sea cap and hydro, and then hope your team can hit the destroyer who tries to run for that little tiny island.
I haven't seen any destroyers go to the island. I think many have figured out that it's a bit suicidal.
Well, I haven't seen the North map in a week of rank, so I don't know if it's changed, but that's what it was when I was in the 10 to 9 bracket.
I don't consider that island good at all. If a ship is far away enough, he'll hit you.
Well, then you have the destroyers who try to get to that island from going in from the backside, and that has like a 60-40 success rate.
If I play that map, I just ignore that cap entirely. I said, you know what, guys? That's your problem. I'm gonna do something else.
Well, as a Des Moines player, I have to keep it locked down.
You get to do team play. I get to figure out what else to do, because I have nothing else better to
Okay,
do.
North is usually take my battleship to the 10 line and push it.
Right.
107.
Because
Do
then the
not get
Hindenburg
high
has to
caliber?
respond, or Sal has to respond to that push. Because I have to protect my Des Moines, just like in that map I just got blapped. I literally got forced by Grand Library because he was getting into a position to crossfire against my Des Moines. And I have to respond and get his attention off my Des Moines and tank as long as I can, possibly. But I got crossfire by Montana, 21 kilometers, because as you know, like in that section, you could get crossfire shots between the middle there. And I was trying to dodge his shells, and he waited for that perfect timing and then killed me. It's just like, you could try as much as you want to try to figure out an advanced strategy for that, but at this point, every single map has been solved now. It's just how it works.
So I
There's
had
no
a quick
way.
question.
What?
Sorry, I interrupted.
Let's go ahead. It's just like I'm already done with what I was saying there. That's why I was like,
I have a habit of that, so I try to stop myself. My quick question is, do you not get high caliber if you ram somebody?
You do. You might not earn enough to get it.
right.
Depends on
That's,
the game.
Damn, I did 173k damage, including the ram.
well, it depends how many ships.
I
you're
mean,
in.
if there's a ton of battleships, I mean, it's a percentile of the enemy team's HP. So,
Oh,
Right.
yeah, that's true. The
I mean, if you got one of those 5 battleship games,
well, there were 3 of us.
You can also just shoot. If you only target 3 people, then it won't give you high caliber because it
that's
requires
right.
4.
It requires 4, doesn't it?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I only
out about
shot.
that.
I killed
like-
1, targeted a 3rd, and ran the 4th, or
Yeah.
ran the 3rd, the 2nd
Yeah.
and the 3rd.
Yeah,
That's
that-
why. Okay.
Yeah. I was about to say,
This is the
in
way
that
I-
situation, you gotta damage the 3rd and the 4th, and then ram. Then you'll get your high caliber, and probably Confederate as well at the same time.
The salt is not. The salt is pretty satisfactory.
Yeah, it is.
And that's why I mute all, because it's like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much the entire ranked population at the time I was playing was annoyed with White's Eyes because he was just playing Conquer Damage Farm Star Save mode.
Right.
Yeah. I can see that. Alright guys, we got time for one more replay and I have to stop at 5 o'clock. So, does anybody else have a
I've got a
replay?
Yamato one.
Alright. And so we're just going to do battleships.
Well, there is a. I sent
I
you.
mean,
a
that's
good
just
one.
what I play.
Well, I could send
pretty
you a
hilarious.
Hindenburg one, I
I have
guess.
a Minotaur one where Des Moines just let me delete it.
Do I have anything good I could send you right now, though? It's like, most of
I
my
think they
games
have
are
really
being
good
doing
damage
horrible.
rolls too.
So let me find a North game. I'll just send a random North game.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause,
mine's
like,
Sleeping Giant.
Like,
Just
the thing
avoid
is,
YY.
yeah, because, like, most of my games are me doing Hindenburg things. It's like, it's not really, like, anything awe-inspiring or, like, noteworthy. It's just me on the flank, getting their attention, making them all fire at me. I burn them down to the waterline, and my team either wins or I'm all alone at that point. Yeah, I've been playing Hindenburg for almost 8 hours straight now.
Wow.
Maybe
Feels
take a
rough,
break.
man. Nah, sadly, this is the last weekend I have any time to really do rank. Otherwise, I'm busy with real life stuff, so
I heard
gotta
that.
go all day and night.
Yep, that is the curse of rank.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, I
I mean,
found a...
thankfully,